Hello, it's DurgaMata here, where I'm taking you on a journey which will help us to be in the moment, more mindful, more in the present moment. And to do it, we use the 5 senses, and it's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's all about the 5 senses and how we can use them to reduce our stress and increase our happiness. Most people know that it's really important to be mindful, to have an awareness of what your thoughts are, to be in command of your thoughts, and wherever possible, to keep your mind here and now. If we can stay in the moment, if we can stay here and now, then a lot of the difficulties in our life get into a better perspective and we open our mind to positive energy. So we start by looking around and we notice 5 interesting things. So wherever you are at the moment, just have a look around and choose 5 things that are particularly interesting or beautiful. Good morning. It's sunrise over Birmingham. I'm doing an exercise called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First I'm thinking, what are 5 interesting things that I'm looking at? First is the sun. Beautiful sunrise sun. The second is the trees. The third is the houses, the roofs of the houses, and the chimneys. So I'll count that as the sun, say the sky and the sun, the trees, the roofs of the houses, which are reflecting the sun, the chimneys. I'm going to say the shadows of the chimneys. Oh wow, and birds. That was a lovely one. So I have 5 things. And when you've chosen your 5 things to look at and notice, then you think of 4 things that you can hear. And now for 4 different sounds I can hear. There's some pigeon or dove cooing in a tree close by. Distant cawing, I think it's rooks in the distance. Oh, seagull. My own voice, of course. And I sometimes say, listen for the things that are quietest and farthest away. If you hear people outside, can you tell if it's a man or a woman or a child? And what sort of sound is it that you're getting from their conversation? Really focus on the sense of hearing, and it brings you right here and now. So then we get to 3. We've done 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear. Now, think about 3 things you can touch. The obvious thing for me is a twig, because I have my phone camera in this little tree, and there's a twig right above my head. Another thing that I can touch, ivy that's growing on the tree. And for a third thing, what about my sari? The fabric of whatever you happen to be wearing. 3 different surfaces that I can touch. A sense of touch. The first sense of touch I have is standing here by the window. My feet are close together. My feet are quite close together and my legs are touching each other, and I'm aware of the warmth of my body where my legs are touching each other. And then I'm resting my arms on the edge of the windowsill so I can feel the pressure, the roughness of the windowsill. And I can feel the shiny smoothness of the glass of the window above me. Or it could be, if you're sitting in a chair with your hands in your lap, it could be the warmth of one hand against the other and your arms against the rest of your body. What are the 3 things you're going to choose that you can touch? Can you choose things with different texture? I've got my glasses in my hand, very smooth and cold. Touch my face. Very different texture. When you do each of the exercises, take time. Breathe quite gently and deeply. And one of the things you can feel is the flow of air in and out. So, 3 things with the sense of touch. Now we go to 2 things. Which do you think they are? The next one is smell. What can you smell? Can you smell 2 different things? That's why it's good to focus on your breath at the end of the 3. Because your breath brings in all the fragrances and all the scents that may be in the air. Here, standing in the damp garden, we had a very welcome rainstorm not long ago. There's a wonderful fresh smell of damp grass and leaves. Where I'm standing, I can't actually smell the flowers, but there are a lot of roses out, and also the elderflower is out, and both of them have beautiful scent. The elderflower is quite delicate. Some of the roses are quite strongly fragrant. Then we come to a sense of smell. 2 different smells. And when it comes to a sense of smell, yesterday I was in a garden and there was the smell of the honeysuckle. Honeysuckle. Beautiful, beautiful bush of honeysuckle scrambling over the wall. Battery is telling me it's low. The air is sweet here, not just with honeysuckle, but also 3 big lime trees, one of which I'm sitting underneath, are in blossom. and the air is sweet with lime blossom. Did you know the lime tree is also called the linden? There's a honeysuckle creeper all over the fence, and this honeysuckle scent as you walk past is very, very strong. So I'm going to choose the damp grass smell and the honeysuckle smell as my two smells for today. Breathing. And finally, what can you taste? I've got the taste of some Ribena, fizzy Ribena that I drank before I did my 6 o'clock meditation this morning. I have a bottle of fizzy Ribena in the fridge here. What can you taste? That's not hard for me because not long before I came out here, I had a cup of Earl Grey tea and I had a sandwich with some of my mother's gooseberry jam. There's not many jars of jam that my mum made left in the cupboard. She passed away now 2 years ago. But it was very, very nice gooseberry jam. And the taste is still lingering. Focus on the taste. So that's the visualization exercise for today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Anytime you're feeling stressed, you can do this. And you can also combine it with a visualization to take yourself somewhere beautiful. You may well not be as fortunate as I am to be standing in a beautiful, peaceful corner of the heaven, beautiful garden, but you can imagine you're here with me. Happy evening. You reflect on 5 things I can see, 4 things I can hear. Oh, did you hear that? That's the magpie. 3 things I can feel and touch. 2 things I can smell. And if you can't actually smell them at the moment, think of them in the past. What were the recent things, recent things you could smell? 2 smells. And then finally 1 taste. And when you use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and take your mind on to the senses and the world you're in, it brings your mind into the present moment, into the now. And there is no stress in the present moment. The present moment is always full of peace. And even if there's something that's worrying you or painful, it's manageable because it's only what is here and now. But mostly, when you stay in the present moment, it's just interesting and beautiful and not stressful at all. So thank you for joining me here in Birmingham for a beautiful sunrise. Have a very happy day. Learning how to surf the stress. Surf on top of whatever is going on in your life with happiness and peace and power.